and things that was hidden under the moon. Things for centuries and generations that was hidden. With the chariot card, they took action and they revealed themselves. They have revealed their secrets, their secret way of life, their secret way of doing things so that they could stop those different cultures of people who was in that thought process, who did not want to stop, who could not see the light, who do not like truth, who continuously want to be hidden, want their actions to be hidden. This is like repentance energy. I have the Ten of Swords to the Six of Pentacles. This is the energy of them taking ownership and responsibility for the betrayals that they have caused. Again, this is not for everyone. Everyone is on different timelines. You know if the people that you're dealing with are in this energy. And it may not be every group of people, but it is the ones that matter. Meaning it is the ones, say for instance, this is the KKK or the Black Panthers. These are the people at the top of those pyramids. Do you understand? Who are revealing everything that was hidden under the moon. Even the betrayals, even, it's like they went through a humiliation ritual themselves, knowing that their darkest secrets were going to come out. But that was a part of the healing process. That was a part of their journey. So that they can bring balance, equality in the Six of Pentacles energy.
I know there's been some trouble, but the bank's being robbed. And they've got hostages. Use your Spidey compass to get to the bank.
They can provide aid. Again, this is like the type of energy of, say there's a man that beat his wife. This is someone who, she's bleeding. Now they're putting a band-aid over her wound. And to show their repentance, that they are apologetic and sorry and really are changing, they show the world they have done to her. It's not, they don't keep this secret or hidden. And then they take the punishment of accountability for what they have done. This is like the energy of people that ordinarily would not go to jail or ordinarily will not have consequences for their actions.
Spider sense tingling. Something's going on here.
They have gone through a humiliation ritual, and the reason why it was a humiliation ritual is because that was their consequences. Someone is saying that I just want to look in the mirror again and see me. I haven't seen me in a very long time. I don't even remember what I look like. Someone is starting to feel the blood flowing through their body, their veins again. They felt like they weren't even human anymore. And these are humans that I'm talking about.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers.
Because when your actions don't have consequences and you have to hold yourself accountable, most people will not do that. They're like a child that can eat whatever they want to eat all day long. So they just eat candy and junk all day because no one is saying to them, no, you have to have vegetables, or no, you can't eat candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you understand? This has left a lot of people confused, especially when these are organizations and groups and things of that sort, cults, things like that. It left a lot of them confused. This is why they're fighting. I have the Wheel of Fortune to the Five of Wands. They feel like they're very entitled. The people who
Welcome,
are
true believers
a
and
part
newcomers.
of these groups and
Spiderman
organizations, they're
co-creator
very
Stan Lee here.
entitled.
Once again, destroyed
They're
our ancient
used
war.
to
Better known around the world as Ant-Man,
being
Spiderman, and a secret.
and
This is
receiving
just the beginning, Spidey.
without
Get
giving
ready
or
for
putting in
teenage
any work
turbo-action thriller. Packed to the brim with
or
thrills, chills,
competing
twists and turns. More
to
supervillains,
see even
evil
if they
women, and
are
of
the
course,
best at what it is
non-stop
that they're doing.
web-slinging, web-crawling
They're used to
action.
being handed things because of their affiliations.
Hey,
And
Spider-Man.
that's not
Hey,
happening
what, Cat?
anymore.
What's going on?
As a matter of
I
fact,
know there's been some trouble, but the bank's being robbed. They've got
things
hostages.
that they did not
Use your
work
Spidey
for are
compass to
being
get to the
taken
bank.
from them.
Thanks, Cat.
I have the Hermit to the Seven of Pentacles. These people went within themselves, and I'm talking about not these people in within the organization. Some of them, yes, but a lot of them are confused. This is why they are in this fighting energy. They're almost like,
Spider-Sense
I'm going to
tingling.
get back to the
What's
Hermit and the
going on
Seven of
here?
Pentacles, but this energy of the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Wands, it's almost like people who are strung out on drugs, who would do anything for that next fix. They compromise their integrity. They have no boundaries. They have no integrity at that point. They're willing to suck and sleep with, get on their knees and sacrifice and do anything to keep
Welcome,
what they
true believers
have.
and newcomers alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here. Once again,
So I have the
destroyed our
Hermit in
ancient
the
war.
Seven of
Better
Pentacles
known
here. This is like these people that I'm talking about that are in this change energy.
Hey, Spider-Man. Come over here.
They're they're
The
doing
building is close enough for you to
introspection
swing to by pressing R.
confirmation. They're doing introspection within
Gotta get to
themselves.
that bank.
They're shining the light even on the parts of themselves that they
Welcome,
can't
true
even
believer.
stand to watch or see. The things that they themselves have invested in.
As a mom of two boys, having health insurance is extremely important. I am beyond.
Yeah, just one spirit, just one for the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this house energy. This is the house energy. So I have the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, the Fool, and the house energy, which is the Four of Wands. It has gotten to the point where it's like people that have more than enough were not able to enjoy what they had because of this devil energy. This energy that they did not want to look at within themselves, because looking at that energy is like that read that I did when I was
Welcome, true believers.
when I was talking about how someone's mother and family members were being killed off.
What's up, Cat?
Spidey!
That was
The
very
web cartridge.
hard
You
to
can
get
carry up to
through.
10 of them.
Spider sense
But
tingling.
these people are very
What's going on
successful
here?
in this Nine of Pentacles
Hold it, Spider.
energy.
He doesn't look friendly. You can kick,
They
punch, or
want
use
to
your web
get
attacks
back
to get
to
past this
in
guy.
they want to get to a point where they are enjoying the fruits of their labor, what they have built and accomplished, because there is no enjoyment. And that's because someone is saying that when they earn their first few millions of dollars themselves, when they themselves earned, not what was left to them, not what was given to them, but it always feels good when you yourself earn money. And then they wanted to get more money because a few million not going to do any. It's good. Like I need a few million, but I'm just saying this person's energy, or these people energy. And then you're looking at people that own yachts, and you're looking at people that own boats. I mean, yeah, boats and planes and helicopters, and you know, these people are very, other people are very established and they're very wealthy, and so you want to get to the point where you can own a yacht, and then you want to own a plane, a helicopter, different
Police
boats,
choppers.
and then you want an island. And so the numbers kept going up on the money that they were earning, but there was never a satisfaction there. There was never like they realized, because these people did introspection, so they went back in their life to see, well, what was going on. When did I get to the point where the money itself was not an enjoyment and I needed sadistic things to feel something. And then I needed for other people to be in pain or to compete for something in order to feel something, in order to have some type of enjoyment.
Can't believe they shot down.
This is what you call
Yeah, just
healing.
my luck. I'll probably get blamed for that too. Is that the bank ahead?
Yes, but be careful, Spider.
They became obsessed with getting the $25 million payouts. And, you know, the numbers just kept going up. For someone, when they earned their
Hurt.
first
These
3
pumpers store
million,
my
that was
health.
good. And then they're, 10 million and 25
I
million
bet we can
and
get into the
all
basement
of
of the
this
top of
stuff.
this
And then
building.
after a while, it was like,
Cat was right. Jade Syndicate.
Perks. The best things in life are perks for breakfast.
nothing satisfied them. They couldn't get that gratification. And they will look at other people who would maybe even come from nothing, and they would earn $3 million. And it seemed like they were in so much enjoyment
That's the last one.
and
Still all right.
peace of mind and happy and overjoyed. And at this time, these other people are looking at, and they've always maybe looked at 3 million as nothing. Or still, you have to hustle hard, which in real life you really do with $3 million. You have to hustle hard still in order to flip that and turn that into more, because you have a lot of people who are expecting you to blow through that. They're
So I hope they
expecting
don't mind if
to
I make it
be
quick to
able
pot.
to take your money while you're doing, investing in different things that they already know. The person that's getting you to invest know that you will never see your money, and you definitely won't see a return from. So you have all of these trickster spirits out here waiting to suck up that 3 million. But even with that, they were looking
We
at
do have
these people
hostages.
and they were
So
seeing
be sure
them
you
in
don't get hurt.
so much gratitude and seeing them enjoying the fruits of their labor, even at what they're viewing as that small amount.
Well, I hope they don't mind.
And so they became obsessed. They started getting their enjoyment where they seen that, okay, so now let's make them sacrifice their mother
We
or
do
their
have hostages.
child or something like that. Something where their
Like
money
that room there controls the
come with
security doors.
pain.
Doors locked from the inside. There's
Let's
gotta be another way
see,
in.
it almost became like a science experiment. Again, this was the sadisticness in this devil energy that started being the only way that they could feel something or gain some type of gratification out of their life. And then it became a game in the hunt. And then it became a ritual, something that was done all the time, and then a requirement, which made it a ritual,
Looks like these switches can open the security doors.
where these people started knowing that when they did certain things, they had to come in and they had to be a part of certain rituals. And in this, they had to sacrifice, blood sacrifice.
Hey! 'Cause, 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 'cause,
These people, this person, these people want to start over in this fool's energy from zero. I have the Wheel of Fortune to the Five of Wands, and then the Fool energy. And this is messing the people up mentally who is a part of these organizations, these groups, these secret societies. This is why they're fighting and losing their mind, because they know that if the organization head, if things are changing in the world, then they're going to have to scale back. Because you have to understand, if you have a home that costs $25 million, how much do you think it costs to maintain that property in a year? $25 million property. Is it 5 million? And then you think about the taxes, and then you think about, someone living in a $25 million home, they're not jumping on an airline. They're taking, either they own a plane or they are only traveling by private planes, things of that sort in nature. So you have to take all of that into account. If you're not making any more money other than the money that's in your bank account with a $25 million property, then you're losing money. And eventually you will not be able to afford that $25 million property.
I was just looking for something that could get me there.
Graduate faster. Accelerated degrees in engineering technology. ECPI University.
2.5.
So it's like those type of situations. Even, let's just scale it down a whole lot. Let's look at someone that have a $3 million property. How much do it cost to maintain that property? And again, I don't know. I don't live in a $3 million property. I don't live in a $25 million property. But, just being very logical about these costs. At a $3 million property, it's probably costing, I know it's costing more than 6 figures to take care of that home, maybe per year, that property.
Really careful here.
And then you have to look at, how these people are choosing to travel. Most of the time, they are also, because they don't own no private planes, not with a $3 million property. If they do, then maybe they're very smart and they have $25 million extra in their bank account if they own a plane. But knowing our society and how people are moving, they don't have $25 million if they're living in a $3 million property. So they're taking private planes. You have to look at that cost. You have to look at the yearly expenses of, how much it costs to maintain that property per year. And then, of course, with them keeping up with fashion and being able to shop the way they want to, some of those tabs just for their clothing are coming up to, $25,000 per shopping trip, $100,000, $300,000 per shopping trip, things of that nature. Because I would expect even at $3 million property, you're wearing, some of the finest material. Not talking about name, because I hope people are over the name thing, even at a $3 million property. You're looking for the finest material at that point. And if they don't have any other money coming in, eventually you're going to lose that property. So this is why these people have a problem with the change that's happening. I mean, the smaller people within the organization.
What's going on out here?
This house energy. These people are saying that these leaders are losing their mind because things have changed. When these leaders have finally found
Uh-oh.
their
More
mind
hostages and a bomb.
in this four
Really
swords
careful here.
energy, these people are coming out of illness. They're coming out of battle. They're coming out of all of the things that was holding them down. They're coming out of
Robbers have been
lust
taken
and
care of.
temptation with the Lover's
Think so?
card, the Three of Pentacles. They're coming out of uh threesomes and all of that whole lifestyle, that whole twisted lifestyle. They're coming out of that, deceiving, backstabbing, betraying, all of that. They're overcoming their illnesses. They're overcoming these battles of the mind, these battles of good and evil, these battles of, in order for me to have some enjoyment, I have to cause chaos, cause storms, cause pain, cause harm, have people competing, whether it's love, money, whatever. And the people in this house energy, a lot of them don't like it for the reasons that I stated before. Because if they can't be sneaky and conniving,